You can't see it, but Liz is over here doing her car dance.
I am.
Which is 2 fingers in the air and just wiggling back and forth.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Apparently.
Yep.
Welcome, everyone, to episode number 62 of the Sounds Like Liberty podcast here on the Launchpad Media, always launching ideas in your direction. I am, as always, Nikki P, here with my lovely wife, Lizzie.
Howdy.
How are we doing today, Liz?
I'm doing fabulous today.
I'm trying to get there.
I've just decided it's going to be a good day at the end.
It's too damn hot for it to be a good day.
It is hot. It is hot, I know.
Day. I just want to...
I was at work and even the drivers at work were like, oh, this weather, screw this weather.
Yeah. And I'm a cold weather person in general, so...
Yeah.
But we got a fun show today.
Yeah. We got one of the guests I was really excited to actually see back again.
Ooh, we got a repeat offender here.
Yes. The fabulous Mr. Sue.
From the no longer Pseudolectual podcast.
Because that was complicated.
Apparently I'm the only person on the earth that didn't find it complicated.
So
I'd mess up the number of L's in it.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
But there was no problem with the...
I just Googled until I found it, but...
Yes. But instead, he's chosen a much more music-y...
Which is true, yeah.
Sort of name with a boy named Sue.
There's like a pun. It's musical. There's some layers.
Yeah, there's
to that.
references to Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
So what else is new in the world? We got all this Epstein drama going on around us.
Is that still going on?
It is. They're trying to distract us from something. I'm not entirely sure what.
Jeez,
They're trying to distract us perhaps from raising our kid.
I'm like, how
money.
screwed up is what they're actually, not wanting us to notice? If that's the distraction, jeez, Louise.
Aliens.
Yeah. Just maybe they're taking part of the population's children, like in Torchwood, and we're just not supposed to know about it.
Pretty much. I mean, for them to leak that picture of Bill Clinton in the dress, like...
Yeah, that was
This has got to be something they're really trying to keep us not knowing.
I mean, that's like... I feel like that's just parody stuff. Like, is that real life? Did that actually happen?
It absolutely happened.
Am I on something? What's going on?
You are on things. That's also the case. So we're all good in that department.
Yes.
But, we got a fun show coming up here.
Yeah.
If you like what we're doing, you can always stop by soundslike.libertypodcast.com. Check out all the show notes, see our past guests, listen to some of our fun interviews that we've done in the past if you're new. And if you want to help send a few shekels to keep the lights on, keep food in my kid's belly, so I can keep doing this. Because let me tell you, I'm thinking about the paper. The worse shit gets, the more I'm thinking about, I just need to quit everything and just go and make money.
Put it all in Bitcoin and go build an Earthship and bury it somewhere.
Yeah. Really.
It's real talk, people.
Feeling collapsitarian. The more things go on, I feel like what's inevitable. So,
but yeah.
But if you'd like to do that, support SLL.com.
Yeah.
So let's get into the interview here. You think we should do that?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down with that.
You didn't concur, I thought.
I, Liz, do solemnly concur 100%.
God, it's so fucking weird.
Each day you grow, and each day I know. Unable to push shit outside of me. Finality, and all its chalice calls. Your life reminds me with each breath
Gotcha.
So the reason, Sue, that I wanted to have you on is because you've been making some changes over there in the land of Sue.
Yeah, I was actually really excited to talk to you about that.
The last time you were on, your show had a different name.
If I have any fans, can someone make that a fanfic?
The Land of Sue.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be a
In, like,
Dr. Seuss?
Yes. No, yeah, in that art style.
Wait,
Nice.
can you totally make Dr. Seuss shirts with like the Cat in the Hat,
With
only your face put on it?
I would like to maybe do something in the art style of it without getting copywritten.
Right.
Yeah, no, that would actually be legal
I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
because you're making
I'd be
significant
down
changes.
for that. I'm also down for the Sue's a Fed shirt, which I'd be more than happy to do 60-40 with you on. So if you're down with that, let's do that.
Nice.
Nice.
That's pretty generous.
Let's see here.
I can dig it.
We're capitalists here, right?
Yeah, but the last time you were on, you had a different show. You just changing everything around. What's
Not
up with
really.
that?
It was just a less shitty show. I mean, it was a more shitty show. The
Okay.
show that I'm doing it was
And
less
while
shitty.
he's lamenting, oh, my show's shitty, I've never had Scott Horton on mine.
Because Scott wants to talk about foreign policy and sometimes occasionally skateboarding,
Right.
but that's
No, it's bullshit. I hear him talk about music almost every episode at some point.
well, I
He
don't
just doesn't
know.
wanna talk to me
Like,
about
It's just
music.
stuck in your craw, and
just join his Reddit group and post stuff and ask him and people questions and
oh, is he on
like
Reddit?
know the dude.
I'm not on Reddit, so not gonna happen.
Well, fucking get on Reddit because
I don't want to be on Reddit. It's a shithole.
Gay.
I don't like the interface. It's gay.
The mobile's really nice.
Is it?
It is.
I was on there once. It was fucking terrible.
All
I
right.
hated everything about it. And although
It's
I
a
did,
strong word.
although I did hear Facebook is getting rid of like group chats now.
Oh, really? Mm.
Yeah, that would be a really bad decision on their part.
Mm.
It's okay. They have Libra now, so they're.
I will start paying way less time
They
on
have
Facebook
what?
Messenger. I'll say that much.
Dude, you should. I'm surprised. Like as many people that are still on it.
Yeah.
I guess it's because some of the Facebook groups, like fan groups, are pretty big and popping. And
It's integrated. That's what it is. Everything integrates with itself. Like
I think
the
Discord's
chat.
sweet.
I don't dislike Discord honestly, but no one's on Discord. Like it's complicated.
It's not
No,
complicated.
listen, it's complicated to get in touch with people. Facebook, it's easy to get in touch with people. Like
Bro.
you have to like know who people are to find them.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so all your Facebook group people, you're gonna copy paste the link for the Discord, and then they join that way. Ta-da!
Yeah, or they don't because they don't see it.
Maybe you guys just have like different
In your
audiences
own
of
group?
people.
Like your own page.
Yeah, Facebook doesn't let people see your page.
Yeah, that's no. You're the people that are like members of your page.
Yeah, Facebook doesn't let them see it.
Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, well, yeah,
Like 1% of them might see that Discord link.
That's why you leave.
Yeah.
Or if your fans love you enough, they'll understand why you're spamming
Look-
them a message link.
I can barely get my fans to like talk to me, let alone.
Well, that's a you problem.
I'm not arguing.
He's like, you get more flies with honey, babe.
Is that what he said?
What?
Is Sue giving me some like old world black culture nonsense? Is that what was going on?
That's the way it translated in my head. I don't know.
Okay. What
Black
Liz was saying is that you were talking to me like you're a 70-year-old black woman.
I mean,
Are you a 70-year-old black woman, Sue? The world doesn't know. I know.
depends what mood I'm in.
There you go.
I guess. So, but seriously, in fairness, why don't you tell us about some of the changes you made and why? Because I'm fascinated by this.
Changes.
Face the change.
Change. Oh, dude, do we harmonize just
We did
now?
not. You're far after me because of the lag, I suppose.
All right, well, eat a dick. Okay, so here's what my show's about. It's basically the same thing. So when I was first doing the show, like I talked about last time I was on is that it was kind of a homework assignment for each episode. And I kind of used it to, I guess, cut my teeth and just learn more about libertarianism and whatnot. And I'm not saying that I fucking know everything about it now, but I just feel like I have a better grasp. And it's actually easier to not have to do that every episode and learn about some kind of theory or something. It's less work to invest when you just have people on as guests. So I tend to, I guess, have one guest on at the beginning of the week, so Monday or Tuesday. I want to try Mondays, like, for good. And then at the end of the week, I will have a weekend episode guest. So that'll go on Friday. And then on the back end of that Friday episode, it's the Stu News episode, which is kind of a discipline of mine that I've been trying to do. I think it's a good habit, a good skill to release a news episode of like what happened in the week or just shit that I like to talk about. Like I've been subscribed to Medium, and you can it's kind of like how Pinterest is. If you ever have been on Pinterest, I mean, I haven't, but like I, for whatever reason, made an account and you get to choose like all the topics and shit that you're interested in. And they give you news on that. But I've been getting a lot of blockchain news, and I've been pretty into crypto. Not so much like I bought a wallet or anything. I'm kind of waiting on having someone on to help me better understand like where to start from there. So I know what kind of wallet to use, where to buy, where to trade, and like how to use it on the daily.
Well, why don't you just listen to Car Campit or Rolla McFlugel?
I mean, I could. They are great sources. I've asked them lots of questions.
And they tell you different things?
I haven't asked them specifically that, per se. But they've always been like super helpful. I mean, they're super generous with anyone, which is really cool about making friends on the Twitter, because everyone's just open to talk about weird, but not weird, just it's just weird that no one is into libertarian principles, because it's really intuitive, but also like you get off on this stuff. It's like you're unlearning what you learned in school and you relearn shit that you should have learned.
Yeah, but you're a social pariah and the universe hates you now.
I mean, fuck the universe.
Yeah.
That's my goal. Stick my dick right in the universe.
Dude, yeah. Let's do a train on the universe, Nick. I'm down. But anyway.
Never knew a universe that was into it.
Dude, I was just gonna say, like, speaking of Alex Jones, I actually tried to watch the interview with him on Joe Rogan.
That was actually Rick Sanchez. That's how unawake I am.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
How has Alex Jones not been vindicated, though?
I feel like he has on some fronts, just not like
universally. I only got like an hour 20 into it because it's 4 hours long. But maybe I'll get to it.
Well, no, my point is like, so he literally, everything he said was that pedophile rings were infiltrated our government. We now see that that's true, 100%. How is like Alex Jones not like got hands across the world because of that alone?
Because he is literally information warfare. He is a threat. Similar to how the private sector is a threat to the state and the public sector, the knowledge and power of the individual, that whole momentum.
I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah.
And quotes like that, is that not helping?
Our retardation is a threat to the state, man. But no, honestly, he knows too much and he is just dangerous. So they have to the way he defended himself, they had to overblow the whole Sandy Hook thing, which it was kind of nice to see his take on how he, how they basically just like took his words and just kind of how the media does what the media does. How they say things over and over and over again until they like make it true when of course it's not.
Yeah, he's making the frogs gay.
Yeah, exactly. Or, how he went to the parents' houses and claimed that the kids weren't actually dead and all this and that. So apparently they like chopped up the meteor sound bites, or at some point he did say that, but it was like out of context. I don't know. Not trying to defend the dude, but I just thought it was very insightful of just hearing his perspective. And
I listened to the entire 4-hour Joe Rogan interview, man. It was
I mean, I didn't get there, but it's kind of you can't not laugh, especially when he gets like more into it and he gets like really excited. And then that kind of makes
him and his interdimensional beings, and then he tries to pick a fight with the one guy, which is hilarious.
I didn't get that far in yet.
I know it got super intense though. Great.
Yeah, dude. He's interesting. I have a friend that does work for him though, and he says that he is basically the same guy off camera as he is on, especially in the studio when they get all, or I don't know, like one picture is not where it's supposed to be, so he completely like flip shit. I'm sure the pressure of everything he's gone through in the last year or more, that's probably not helping that out. So maybe was that your one bro history buddy? No.
I remember you on one episode talking to somebody about somebody working for Alex Jones. It was a couple months ago though.
Oh yeah, well I was telling Henry about that same guy.
Oh, okay.
And
see, I listen to your show occasionally.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you invest time in my show out of the 150 in your queue. So that's
a lot of there's way too many podcasts in my queue.
Yeah. I'm actually just using like Spotify full time, but occasionally I have to go unfollow.
How is the interface on Spotify?
Not the best. I do like the feature that, so it divides up into episodes, downloads, and then shows. I go to shows first, and it should auto update the latest ones at the top. And then I will go and just download everything I want to listen to for that day or the week or whatever.
Yeah.
And then go to the downloads tab, and then I'll scroll from there, like what I need to listen to. So that's kind of nice, I guess. I don't know. I've never Overcast really invested time in a podcatcher. So
Overcast is the shit. That's what I use.
Right on.
And it's just very intuitive.
Yeah, that's always user friendliness is always great. But going back to the show, I think I covered basically everything. I renamed it A Boy Named Sue because people are fucking retarded, I guess, and can't spell it, say it, pronounce it.
It is catchier this way, but yeah,
it is.
I never understood why everyone had so much trouble. It always baffled me.
The pseudo-intellectual, they always want to add intellectual.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I think it's because they just weren't paying attention. Assholes.
Well, pseudo-intellectual was more of a thing.
No, pseudo-lectual is a thing. It is an actual word. But that's why...
No, it's intellectual. Technically, I think it was intellectual first. But, I mean, God forbid I make people's lives easier and just make it pseudo-lectual. Like, I even wanted to just use one L instead of two L's, but then Dino put two L's in there. Then I'm like, oh, well, fuck. It's one L for my Gmail.
How's good old Dino doing?
He's good. He is down in Houston now doing law school stuff. Gross, but
so he's done doing his show, I take it.
Is he? No, he's not.
He just doesn't know it yet.
That's Dino of the Dino Files.
I mean, he was always busy, and it's not uncommon for him to only do like once a month or maybe not even that much. But I think because he has the network and he does any files still and he puts out my show, I don't think that's going to prevent him from doing the show.
I see.
But that's just me speculating.
Yeah. I got to get Patrick McFarlane back on the show. He's my other lawyer friend.
Yeah, lawyers are good to have around.
He graduated. Now he's a lawyer, and he also has a kid now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so he doesn't put out many episodes these days. You know,
Who's the other guy?
He got himself onto, the Libertarian Institute feed and stop doing as many podcasts.
Nice. Is he also talking about abortion?
I don't know. I mean, he probably does at some point. Why have you? Are you planning on doing an all abortion episode?
Good Lord.
If Dave Smith comes on, then yeah.
I don't know. He's losing me.
No, I like him.
Like, I listen to him because he's funny, but like his politics, like he's kind of going. Feels like he's going in ways I don't really support. So
Well, value is subjective. So
Mhm.
maybe he values principles you don't.
maybe he values, I don't know, hating Mexicans and
I'm pretty sure he doesn't hate Mexicans, bro.
I'm just saying, he feels like he's going that way. I just feel like he gave Molyneux too healthy of a defense this week, I guess is what I'll say.
I did think that was odd, and I was never a Molyneux fan, and I am enjoying the Fadcast, just kind of a forecast of
Yeah,
his,
the Noogaloo is coming.
oh man.
Did the Jugaloo already happen?
I don't know. I don't really care.
The joke
I'm
is,
kind of
is that
wondering,
is the
though-
Jugaloo going to keep the Noogaloo from happening after he gets removed?
Who knows? You know what? I think there's a theory, and maybe someone's come up with this theory already, but I think what he's doing is he's saying the crazy shit that he's saying because he is trying to get kicked off Twitter. Maybe he's trying to stick it to Jack or just whoever he deems powers that be.
I mean, it does seem like a bold move to make everyone on Earth think you're flaming racist to prove a point.
I mean, it is ballsy, and
That's some
I wouldn't
4D
do it,
chess,
but if he
for
wants-
sure.
If he wants to prove the point that he's not racist by being racist, is not the best way to go. But I mean, as crazy as he is, I can understand like why he would try to do that. But
Why would he
I
try
don't-
and do that? I don't understand it.
because maybe he's just fed up with
Living?
like how Dave Smith says, like, I don't know what racism even means anymore.
Well, I don't either, but that's not really what
Yeah.
he's saying. He's saying, well, I mean, there's no black people around, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I have not made that video.
See, I think he's I didn't know that those videos. See, like how much I like don't.
Yeah,
follow
no,
him.
he's done some very questionable things. He was over in Poland. It's like, I haven't seen a lot of crime since I've been here. Nor black people. I'm not saying it. I'm just, winking a nod.
I don't know. Do you ever think that Google or whoever major wacko globalist is just hiring certain people? Like, okay, you're going to be the racist on the right, and all these corporations are going to be the so-called lefties, but everyone has the same agenda. They're just going to achieve it by
No,
different means.
but I do think you're touching on something that maybe we should be concerned about. Stefan Molyneux died
Shut up.
2 years ago.
Oh,
And
Great.
everything that we've seen from him since has been deep fakes.
nice.
So like they took like the whole Ron Paul Liberty Movement thing was doing too well, converting too many people, and so they needed to try and fuck it over. So they took one of its biggest people and proponents, and then they killed him.
They Epsteined him.
No, it's a Seth Richdom.
Whatever.
And then they just have been putting out content under that banner using deepfakes ever since.
Where'd you hear this theory?
I just made it up,
On the spot.
like right now. So
Well,
I think we may have reached. I think we might have hit. I think that's where we're at.
that is compelling.
You know, it would make sense. You know, somebody who spent his entire life talking about peaceful parenting suddenly becomes obsessed with race and kicking them all out of his country. It does seem like a bold choice, a bold movement, if you will. Good Lord. So, anyways, how
That should be your next ebook.
I don't like writing though.
Do you have an ebook?
No, because I don't like writing. That's the problem.
That would be his first ebook.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd have an
All right.
ebook.
What would the ebook be about?
So, did you ever decide on a song, Sue, or am I going to have to force you to come up or
Oh,
force you to do
man.
something with us?
I was just gonna bring that up. I don't know, man.
Okay, well then let's choose one of these shitty songs that you already sent to me.
I don't know if
I'm sure his taste isn't that bad.
It doesn't matter if his taste is that bad. I'm a douchebag, and I'm going to pick on him regardless.
I don't want to do those. Do you have any in mind?
What
You were talking about one last week or something, weren't you?
do you mean?
You were asking me if we did
We should make him do the Sam Cooke song?
that Sam Cooke song.
He doesn't want to do the Sam Cooke song.
Yeah, well, all right then.
You mean the Greta Van Fleet song?
Is it a Greta Van Fleet song now?
No.
I certainly hope
Much
not.
like the Dropkick Murphys, it never fucking happened.
It never fucking. Oh God.
Much like every album of theirs after the first one, it's not real.
Oh jeez.
You see, Sue, that's postmodernism right there. Those albums don't exist. Because in my reality, they don't.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
I think I might be a postmodernist now.
Good night. It's gonna. That whole thing is just gonna piss me off forever.
Yeah, like so. I
And
knew
me and Bird got into
I knew
it
Greta
on
Van
Twitter.
Fleet was I knew Greta Van Fleet was a stigma, and I just thought I'd give them a chance. But 17 minutes of listening to their music just didn't cut it for me. So I apologize for saying that I liked them because I don't. I'm actually kind of embarrassed.
I see.
Yeah. Ugh.
Look, they're not bad. They're just
No,
not
they're not.
good.
They just need to find their voice.
Stop taking.
It's a little too late to
Someone
find your
else's
voice
voice.
once you're that popular. I was
I
watching a best progressive rock bands top 10 by Watch Mojo last night. I hate Watch Mojo top 10s because
Why?
they're all fucking terrible. Like the things they put on there, like so out of all, like they had a best of Prague top 10 last night that I watched, and like Pink Floyd's number one on it. Pink Floyd can barely be considered a progressive rock band at a certain point.
I just always assumed that was because like everyone who writes for them is 12.
It must be because they also did a like top 10 hardest rock songs to play on guitar. And it was
Yeah,
all,
I saw that list and I did not know what the last two were.
you don't know the Cliffs of Dover?
No,
That was on there, right?
I heard it. I don't know. Okay, so what song are we doing?
That's a good question. Let's do American Idiot.
Oh God.
No.
What do we want to do? Do you
Green
want to do
Day.
one of these anti-flag songs?
Rather do
Sure.
Anti-Flag than
I don't-
Green Day.
What would you rather do? What would you feel less pain doing? I also
I'm not
think
going to feel any pain. I'm going to laugh my ass off at the harassment that you have to endure. So Either
Okay,
way,
legitimately,
it's fun for me.
I think Friend of the Enemy would be a good one.
Friend of the Enemy by. And that's Anti-Flag.
No. By New Fan.
Okay.
It's Friends of the
Call
Enemy.
them New Fam. What are you, fucking 40 or something?
I mean, Fat Mike called them that.
Yeah, Fat Mike is, I don't know, going out and getting kicked off of festivals and hiring cops.
Really? Wait, what?
You didn't follow all of the drama surrounding the whole Punk and Drublic festival, did you?
I know, like, recently, basically because he was saying what he thought, it wasn't, like, progressive enough, or is it the opposite?
Well, I believe it was making the jokes about the people that died, like, within the week. He played a show in Las Vegas and then made a joke that, good thing we're not country music fans. Like,
Yeah,
a week or two after there was a mass shooting in Las Vegas at a country music festival.
I mean, yeah.
And so, you know, which is fine. I don't really have an issue with it. But if you're going to make those statements, you know, understand that all the normies that own all those clubs that you're supposed to be playing probably aren't going to be as excited about your politics as you are.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah. But anyways, he ended up getting in trouble, I think, later on his Punk and Drublic Festival. But one of the things that I found funny was somebody pointed out to me that, like, when that Punk and Drublic Festival was going on, one of the beers that they were, like, selling in draft there, like, it was sponsoring it, was a police beer. Like, part of the proceeds went to a police outfit. I can't remember the company that made it, but it was hilarious. Because, like, if you click through the website, like, there's the beer selection that they were having on tap there, like, you'd get to a certain point in the page, and eventually it's like, and 10% of the proceeds go to, you know, the San Diego police, or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's not good PR.
It was hilarious, though.
Not punk at all.
What's punk anymore? I don't even know that Fat Mike's punk. It's just an old guy. Likes getting diddled or something. I don't know. Anyways, so No Use for a Name, Friend of the Enemy, Sue tells me is a political song.
I'm
I didn't
interested to
say
hear it.
that. I think there might be some libertarian sentiment under it.
Okay, I'm open to throw the old critique.
Honestly,
on it.
if you have a better song, I'd much rather do that.
I don't. It seems like a more fun way to go. This is better content, Sue.
I feel like I'm really gonna be reaching on this, but
I reach all the time.
all right.
Let's go for it here.
All right, you want to do the leading on this, or you want us to lead?
Lost in confusion, not knowing which way to return to the person you know.
Okay.
This reputation makes you think it out someone else. You forever, everybody wins. I don't think so.
Okay, that's one way of doing this. You think you're Joey Cape over here? Is that what this is about?
I'm okay with it.
Sue thinks he's
You're
Joey
so
Cape.
disgusted. You're so disgusted. I love it.
I'm not disgusted at all. If I thought I was disgusted, I'd say I'm disgusted.
Sounds so
Look,
apathetic.
I'm gonna harass you about all kinds of things, but you know, your singing isn't going to be one of them.
It's only because you love me.
That's like high praise coming from you, actually.
Or is it?
Maybe.
Or,
Hey, what
or
does
is it
that
me?
first fucking verse mean?
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Lost in confusion, not knowing which way to return to the person you know. This trepidation makes you take it out on someone else.
Everybody, okay, hey, let's just stop there.
Okay.
Lost in confusion, not knowing which way to return. Just there, like return to what? It depends,
Yeah.
like what you were returning from. So honestly, off the bat, I think this is like a good kind of journey of going from like minarchist to full on anarchist. or just like taking the red pill, and you're just kind of confused by all this truth or just stuff that you didn't know,
The
and you're still
bullshit
questioning
is
whether or not it's
confusing.
true. What?
I said the bullshit is confusing.
What bullshit?
Like life in general. But we're not talking about MXPX.
No, we're not.
I can see that. I'm rolling with you.
Really, just sounds like you're placating me.
No, if I were placating you, it would go much differently.
All right.
I would be like, oh my fucking God, this is amazing. I never saw any of this. I can't believe it.
In that accent.
Yeah, don't. Tommy would be the placating voice. For those you don't know, that was the Tommy voice. Tommy's from West Virginia.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant Tommy Boy.
No. Tommy is a friend of mine that literally everyone I know has a voice for Tommy.
Nice.
Like everyone has their own personal impersonation.
impression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
All right. So this trepidation makes you take it out on someone.
Oh no.
else.
So we have to finish like to the person you know.
Oh, okay.
So
sorry about that.
returning, I think either to be like the person that you used to know that was yourself, or it could be returning to the person like a friend or maybe a loved one that you thought you knew, but maybe you disagree with the way that they see life and the new way that you're seeing this life after maybe taking the red pill. You're kind of like, I don't know if I can associate with them, because if they find out the way I think and feel about things, then they won't be able to interact with me again.
Interesting.
So this trepidation makes you take it out on someone else. So just stopping there, you're just kind of hesitated by this new like red pill knowledge, and you're either taking it out on someone else because you maybe thought it was like a left-right paradigm, but now you're realizing that you're actually taking out like your real anger on the state instead of, a Republican or a Democrat, because you're realizing that those two teams are just bullshit and just two wings of the same bird. Or you are kind of taking it out maybe on teachers or parents or friends that just kind of put in the status quo knowledge. So maybe instead of taking it out on someone you disagree with, you're taking it out on all the people that you used to agree with.
So it sounds like you're telling me that this dude founded the alt-right and then died. Is that why he died, I wonder?
Exactly.
I thought it was
Yeah.
cancer or something, but... Huh.
Is that really what this song's about?
Well, I'm following your logic, and we're saying so
I mean,
far
do you
this is a
actually-
song
do you
about
actually
taking
know-
the red pill.
Yeah.
And I'm looking ahead at the lyrics, and there may be some truth in that.
All right. You stopped me in my tracks. I don't know if I want to keep going.
He's like, I don't want to know if I want to defame this person any more than I already have.
No, I didn't think of that. You're just fucking throwing me off.
Why does everybody win? And he doesn't think they do.
What are you talking? Dude, I'm still in the like first verse. Like, slow the fuck down.
Well, I can't slow the fuck down. I gotta get this whole thing in an episode. Are we doing 2 episodes to try and get this in?
I don't know, dude. I mean, you have a paywall.
So I'm gonna take out the one segment and then put it all behind the paywall. The one segment that's still there from when we started.
Sure, dude. Finish the rest of the verse.
Hey, how's it going? Nikki P here. Want to support the show or just give a big middle finger to Patreon? Consider stopping over to supportsll.com. Members of the Freedom Choir get access to the private Facebook group and actual physical merch. Want access to the unedited raw interviews as they're recorded way before they're released? It's in there. Is that not enough? And you want membership to Freedom Song 365? It's in there. There's even monthly bonus swag for top tier supporters. So head on over to supportsll.com. Help Liz and I get to libertarian functions and even just cover the costs of making the show. If I'm not a good enough salesman, how about this?
Support my mom and dad and Sounds Like Liberty. Go to supportsll.com.
You heard her, folks. Join the Freedom Choir at supportsll.com.
Well, no, so I do want to point out, this is the funny thing about doing these analysis videos. It's like, how many extra words can you jam into somebody else's song? It's like there's 15 words that they said in this verse, and we're about to say 2,000 about those 15 words. Should musicians just give up and start writing books instead?
I mean, no, because no one fucking reads.
Yeah. Although there are a lot of comic book, I feel like there are more
Those aren't
bands that
books.
have comic books like attached to them now than there used to be. Is that a thing?
Those aren't books. Okay, we got to get through this first verse.
You go for it, Sue. I'm listening.
What the fuck?
You preach,
We're not doing
brother.
this together?
You preach. You used to, but so what? Yeah, here's a good question. Also, whatever happened to this segment? You used to do this every episode, and then you stopped. Is it because I'm the only person that liked it?
Yeah, man. I had to forfeit. It's all you, man. In fact, I should just let you take over the rest.
No. That's terrible. I don't know anything about this song. It's no use for name. I'm a strung out guy.
All right.
What do you think, Liz? You're following along diligently as always.
I'm just trying to follow along with Sue because he's painting a picture here. I'm interested in the story he's telling.
Okay. I'm game. Finish up your first verse, Sue. We'll start there. I'm looking at this on YouTube or Google, by the way, and I don't like the way they have the lyrics formatted out because it has this first verse as like 8 lines for no reason. So
You forever, everybody wins. I don't think so. So it's kind of like you against the world. And basically the status quo is going to remain the status quo. And that's going to be like the lowest common denominator of like what is, basically. But then I don't think so. If you're like, well, not if I keep trying hard and like spreading this message, yo.
Okay,
it's not how I would have read that line, but
that's kind of almost hopeful.
I like that line read better that way. Like
Cool. What do you think it means?
Because I read that line as, as hey, it always works out for everybody. No, it doesn't.
No,
That's bullshit.
so you took it like sarcastically.
I mean, but let's also point out, this is me we're talking about, and is there anything that I don't take sarcastically?
Right.
Like, literally everything is sarcasm. We should make a Suchasm t-shirt, by the way. He's always
Suchasm?
always so deadpan.
Chasm of Sue.
The chasm of Sue.
No, man, I'm liking where you start the journey. There's more words in the chorus, is why I'm kind of curious to see where this goes. There's more to bite into,
Yeah, sure. Take it away.
Why don't you go, Liz?
What would be the worst thing if you took the wheel and you lost control? So is that like saying if you got what you wanted, if things went the way that you like, people accepted your philosophy, would things just still be shitty? Is that what we're going with there?
I mean, it depends who he's directing it at.
Yeah.
I think so much of the whole liberty movement, the idea that we're trying to teach people is that control is bullshit from the get-go. Nobody has it. You just think you have it.
Is that what they're trying to teach people? I feel like the big L libertarians might be trying to teach people that, we need to be the people in charge and it'll be cool.
Yeah, and we let them have their ball to get people to us, Liz. It's a process.
Okay.
Like, if it wasn't for the big L libertarians, Mr. Sue would be a libertarian.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying.
He'd still be a Green Party person.
You're a Green Party person?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I don't.
I'm making
Really
up his
get what-
backstory entirely
Oh,
for
okay.
the sake of being an ass. He's being too quiet.
Yeah, are you trying to say like I'm some Nick Gillespie sycophant?
Does Nick Gillespie have sycophants?
I hope not.
Do you think
Then we're in trouble.
Do you think Reason has a lot more time left?
I never was like a regular reader.
I like Reason TV.
I don't
like,
know.
I like him on YouTube, and that's about it. And I don't personally have much of an
I
issue.
think they're like a. I mean, they're large. They've been around a while. They I guess they got Cato resources, Cato people, and DC people.
I heard Cato the other day. Somebody brought up Murray Rothbard in I think it was about they're talking about education, perhaps. And it's the first time I'd ever listened to one of the Cato podcasts talk about Rothbard. It was a little odd. They weren't.
Yeah, well, they always just call him a racist and like move
no,
on.
they didn't. They had some issues, but they were more.
Oh, they gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Sort of. And it may have just been the particular guest that they had on. They didn't agree with Rothbard, but they didn't shit on him either.
Hmm.
So there's that.
That was nice of them. All right, so this chorus. What would be the worst thing if? What would the worst thing be if you took the wheel and you lost control? So basically, like, what's the worst that can happen if you take this new idea and you go with it and you lose control by the fact maybe you're just too vocal about how you feel and it's just kind of going against the
Your
grain.
family and friends stop talking to you. That's the worst that can happen. Or,
Yeah,
the police barge
exactly.
into your house and black bag you in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and like the next line is like no one's inside the safety zone because there's no such thing as a safety zone, and that's kind of like how the free market is because things are supposed to rise and fall. Something's going to succeed, something's going to fail, and it's going to work out for the better. So as long really as you have these ideas out and you're trying to spread this message, then I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Like you get dicked down, okay, or you just kind of open people's minds up to new ideas, and then they as well get red pilled like you, and they go down the spiral of confusion that is this song and mass interpretation.
Okay. No one is.
I
safe
don't
inside.
understand, but I hear what you're saying. Repetition of a lonely life. So I love this. So like you're trying to like tell a friend or your mom or like whatever about just things, whether it's economics or foreign policy, whatever. So you could just imagine them saying on the other end, like, I don't really get what you're saying, but I hear you. But it seems like you've got a lot of time in your hands, buddy, to like think about this shit. So I guess this is basically the sum of like what happens to someone when they quote unquote get called woke. You're just lonely and you have a lot of time in your hands to learn about this shit. Or it's basically I don't know.
Well, like I mean, I think that the next line kind of sets up that particular line because it goes, "Somebody tell me
Yeah.
why the heart is waging war against the friends of the enemy of your mind."
Yeah.
You're lonely because your way of being is purposefully attacking the things that it sees as enemies, which is now everyone. Because while they're not necessarily bad people, they are helping the bad things.
Expound on that.
Am I off? Well, so like when you look around the world, and
And I tried to dissect like what this literally means. The heart is waging war against the friend of the enemy of your mind. So who's like the friend of the enemy? So like
well, to me,
Ally.
what that's saying, like if you were taking the perspective you're taking,
because I thought it was like the battle of like the heart and the mind thing. So
Well, I'm not saying that that's not true. Also, I'm reading it as so like we look out in the world there, and we've got this big thing, the fucking state that we all hate, and you've got all of your friends and family that are unwitting friends of the state, and there's times when it feels like you're waging war on these people because they're whether or not they see it, they're friends, like they're part of this big establishment.
Yeah.
And perhaps you'd like to free them, but in the meantime, you've got to break them all down.
I love it. God damn it. You see what happens when you participate, Nick? Beauty. Look at that.
What are you talking about? Oh, I was participating.
Nah, man. You kind of ducked out in that first verse.
No, I didn't.
I was kind of lonely. I was trying to pull you back in, but now I got you. Don't leave me, baby.
Don't worry, baby.
Right on.
Everything will
That's what it's all about. It's all about
turn out.
togetherness.
End Together. Oh, are we gonna listen to "End Together" now by Method Man
Yeah, I don't know that song,
and
but I'll look it up.
and Fred Durst?
Oh God. I was like Method Man, maybe, and Fred Durst. Nope.
You've listened to the song before.
I'm sure I have.
Yeah, but like just going back to like that line, like why is a heart waging war against friends the enemy of your mind? So like you are, I guess in this case of the heart, you're having to basically fight your friends and family because they're basically butting up with the enemy in this case, which is the state, and they're doing so like unwillingly because that's just kind of
Well, very
a victim of circumstance.
very specifically, I mean, I had a friend of mine come at me the other day, asking me why, like, I buy into this, like, why I don't just, go and live my life and play the game. The game's there. Why don't you play it? And to me, like, the answer is because I for whatever reasons, I feel strongly about the way I feel about this. I can't just not feel anything. Like, I can't pretend that I don't believe this.
Exactly.
And so
that's
I
how
have
I
to-
feel, and that's how I feel like a lot of us feel. Not to make us like collective, but
Well, all of us except for Pete Mansrader.
it's Quinones.
What's that mean?
Or Quinones. I don't know. He's going by his like full name on the Libertarian Institute now. Pretty dope. Hopefully he doesn't change his name again, but it's pretty dope.
Is he Hispanic?
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican, I think.
Interesting.
Puerto Rican Jewish.
All of these horrible racist white supremacists that we were friends with.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
Cool. So second verse. I just want to like blow through this. I don't want to.
he wants to blow his nut on it. That's what he wants to do.
I
Go.
do. I want to blow my load.
I'm liking
all
this
over
next. I'm liking the next verse.
Oh, you like it? Why don't you read it then, buddy?
Liz. She's not even paying attention. She's shopping now.
No, I wasn't shopping. Actually, I was trying to figure out that song you're talking about.
What song?
The Fred Durst thing.
Whatever. We're not there yet. We'll dissect that one after this one.
Not your opinion. Sounds like you learn it from a show. It appears you have lost. So sick of marching.
Oh, let's stop there.
Okay.
It's not your opinion. Sounds like you learn. You can apply this to like any podcast you're into.
You kind of could
Like,
though.
is that your opinion, or are you just like saying this because someone you like said it? And I think it's a little bit of both. Because at first you cling on to, oh, well, this person I admire said it, so they have to be right. Then you also have to like question what you believe, and maybe that takes a while.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that like something you see amongst libertarians at all? Other than like,
No,
the
not
guys that are
really.
obsessed with Ron Paul. Like, I think all of us are just waiting to like denounce other libertarians about how wrong they
I mean,
are on topics.
I mean, that already happens. I can't think of like any specific stuff, but just kind of going on like when you first get into this, it might be easy like the first like show or person you read you're super into, but then after that it kind of like takes a while. Like the more information that you get into, it kind of contradicts what you might have thought about in the like when you first started learning.
Interesting. See,
What do you think?
I'm looking at this, and to me, like you do this all sentence by sentence, which is weird to me. Because I'm looking.
Well, I mean, you have to make every line count and matter, man.
Yeah, but sometimes ideas are more complicated than one sentence. By the way, if you ever want to see how ludicrous complicated ideas can be, go and actually read some postmodernist literature, in particular Derrida, where literally sentences go on for pages and you forget what the sentence was about by the time you finish it.
That's awful. Don't make me think about that.
Well, they translated, I believe, from German.
Goodness.
I can't remember specifically, but I have it upstairs. I have a book or two of his upstairs. They're fucking insane. Like 900 pages of fucking philosophy. Anyways, so back to this. Not your opinion. Sounds like you learned it from a show. It appears you've lost. So sick of marching in your loneliness parade. Stay together underneath a giant tidal wave. To me, I'm reading this entire thing is like saying, look, you nothing that the normie says means anything because it's just something they're parroting from some fucking talking head. And, you know, you're trying to fight this urge to give in because, you know, it's so fucking difficult to fight this. It's much easier to just let the fucking waves crash on you and beat you down and just say, fuck it. Because when you're trying to fight, if you go with the wave will just, you'll go wherever it goes and it's a leisurely ride. But if you fight it, you're fighting the entire ocean.
Yeah, that's kind of depressing because at the end of the day, whatever you believe in, like, what's the fucking point? Like, you just invested all of this time in learning about something that, because, I mean, you can relate this with the whole collapsitarian thing where they just give up and, you know, you want this whole thing to crumble. And that's the only way that real change is going to happen, or not. And you just live the next how many other decades of your life.
Well,
and
I mean, I see the
just
collapsitarian
adapt.
thing as being different than that, though.
Oh, I mean, I
see the collapsitarian thing as being like the hopeful version of it. It's like, oh, fuck it. It's going to suck. Might as well ride this wave. Give her a good fucking while we're at it.
No, I agree with that too. But I don't know. Like, I don't think a lot of us are fighting. I think it's just trying to educate or just share the ideas as much as possible. So is that fighting? I mean, if it comes down to censorship, then and you still continue to, then I guess in a way it is fighting.
Have you
But-
never had a conversation about this shit with your parents?
I mean, a little bit.
It wasn't a fight?
Not really.
No.
They're just kind of like, oh, okay, he's doing that, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you this. After you crest 30, that's not the case anymore. They get really opinionated about what you're doing with your life. And the things
After
that you-
30?
Yeah.
Well, I think having a family also probably has something to do with it.
Maybe. That did happen around 30. So, yeah,
Well, people
I
suck.
think at that point in time, people expect you to grow up and stuff, and you know, fuck them.
Yeah, well, aren't they just? Isn't that just what we deem as the wrong thing, or they're just unwittingly like status state, and them just not understanding what I guess a liberty-minded person would call truth?
Oh, they're goddamn status, all right. All right.
Oh yeah, I like.
What do
your-
you? Yeah, let's roll us out here. 'Cause it goes back into the chorus,
Mhm.
and then we got.
And then the bridge is just your imitated ordinary life. So I guess that could be like us just saying, oh, everyone's just imitating themselves, just going about their day. They're ordinary. They're not exciting. They don't want change or revolution or whatever. But that's not true because like I'm both ends of the political spectrum. People do want truth or what they think is true, and they do want change. But at the end of the day, like, what more can they do? So they just go about their ordinary life. But then you can also cast that back at people in like the liberty movement, because I mean, they're doing the same thing because they're kind of imitating each other, even if they have disagreements amongst each other. They're still just imitating what they're believing, and maybe that makes them ordinary amongst their own little faction.
Hey, I'm completely okay with libertarians and anarchists being ordinary. I'd like us to be more
I mean, that's
ordinary.
going to be the best way to like share knowledge and not scare people away. So
I want to scare you away, Mr. Sue.
I'm tempted to just leave now.
He's terrified. Can't even believe it. Can't even believe it. So I could set up, that makes sense. Like, I like that line in there. It kind of pulls some of the other stuff we've talked about together.
So where do we put this on the scale?
Well, we're not done, man.
Oh, we're
yeah,
not?
yeah, you're not there yet.
Okay.
But do you have anything else to add to those 4 words?
No, like I said, I think you're right. They do. They tie in. I think the first and second verse as well.
Yeah.
So
It basically is calling out our own hypocrisy in a way, and just apoplectic nature.
I'm Sue. I got a dictionary sitting next to me. I'm going to use the word apoplectic to piss people off. So,
Thanks, dude. Words are fun.
I know. That's why I like linguistics. So, it's when that you can't break free can you take a chance as you let it go. Happy without the words, you'll never know.
So that's like ignorance is bliss to some extent. Maybe you regret taking that red pill.
God, don't you regret it every day? Wish I could unknow what I know. Am I right?
Probably.
No way to lose when you're mimicking, you're paying. Oh, man. I know decision forbidden home.
No one is safe
No
inside
way-
your safety
No way
zone.
to lose when you're mimicking, you're paying. So what we say we believe, are we just mimicking someone else? And are we really taking self-ownership in this, or are we just being parrots? And I guess that's going to lead to like there's no decision for. Hold on.
Well, and to me, that's like a key
Like
difference.
the forbidden home is like the end goal that we'll never be able to reach. So it's forbidden.
Well, I hear that line, and I'm personally thinking about the fact that like I don't see any libertarian as being, parroting anything, because I feel like no matter what the case, like nobody swallows a single thing that anybody says carte blanche. Like everybody is bickering and arguing over, like internalizing and personalizing the message. So, to me, it's weird. Like I think you're more concerned with libertarians, being statists than being like statists of a different variety than I am.
You mean big L libertarians?
I don't know. I'm just based on what you the way you've been talking about the song. Like it seems like you're very concerned about like, well, maybe we're all just buying into this bullshit.
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
I don't think it's bullshit. I just think it's kind of. It was kind of cool how it's this journey that you go on when you start learning about the stuff, and just the trial and error and roadblocks that you come across, and what the consequences might be, and kind of having to walk on eggshells and censor yourself in public, or not being able to express your strong beliefs. and how you kind of get through it. And then you're so passionate about it, you're like, well, how can I make the best out of this if I want to share it? And I don't know. And then you just kind of start questioning it all.
Questioning it all. Liz is like so off on La La Land right now. Love it. If you don't know, it's incredibly hot where we are, and I don't deal well with the hot.
It's been like 105, dude.
I didn't choose to live in hell.
He's like,
That's
"You
your
can't
decision, bro.
It's dry heat, right? It's dry heat.
I choose to live in the fucking north, and it's not supposed to be this hot. So
It's a bitch.
fuck this weather. I'm gonna get all gangsta on this weather.
Okay.
All right, get all gangsta on this last verse.
All right,
Right.
let's keep going. Let's get through it. You want to take us home, Liz?
Well, no, like tell me what you think of that line, or like that stanza, whatever.
Didn't I just tell you that?
When you can't break free, you take a chance as you let it go. Be without
I
the
mean,
words, you never know. No way to lose when you're mimicking your pain. No decision forbidden home.
I mean, it was so much of this. It just seems like he's describing like the normie way of life. Like every part of it sucks. Like you're paying over your soul. Yeah, sure, you're there. You're mimicking. It's easier, but you're not. You're certainly not free. So, you know, you're paying away the thing that makes you who you are.
No one's in safe inside your safety zone.
Yeah. Poor Joey went red pill and fucking, you know, was Seth Rich for it, Epstein for it.
What Joey?
What's up?
Which Joey are you talking about?
Sorry, isn't that I may be wrong on this. I keep saying it like I know it's the truth, but like I'm probably wrong. Wasn't Joey Cape the guy who wrote the songs?
The guy that committed suicide?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how he went. Yeah.
I remember they did a tribute CD to him back in like 2012, I think. Came out when I first moved to Cleveland.
Yeah, a Fat Wreck, that documentary did a good portion on him.
Strung Out did a track on it. I don't remember which one they did though. It was good. So, but yeah, man.
Yeah, we're almost done. So don't understand, but I hear what you're saying. The repetition of only life. Okay, we did that. I want to say, decided to say, don't understand, but hear what you're saying. The repetition of a lonely soul. No one is safe inside your zone. Okay, never mind. We're done.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it was just that. I thought it seemed like it was going over the chorus again. Yeah, ultimately, I'm gonna go Lou Bega on it because while I think we can see what we want to see in the song, I think there's a certain degree of we were really, really reaching. Not to say that it's not there. I like to live in this alternate universe where he was red pilled, but
was either this or Green Day. So
Green Day would have just been me laughing the entire time, calling you a Fed, saying, "See, this is how Feds think that they fight the state." What do you
I
think,
mean, I
Liz?
said we could do another song if you wanted.
I'll jump on the Lou Bega bandwagon. I'm okay with that.
What is that, like the middle point?
Yeah.
yeah. It's just we use
I don't
it
know
for
who the
some.
fuck
We use
that
it for.
is.
You don't know Mambo number 5?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. It's just yeah. We use it for songs that like usually either the message is kind of ambiguous.
And Bob Dylan shit, and then Eric July is like the shit.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go.
Like I said, I definitely think that we could be right, you know. And like I said, I like the alternate universe in which he was like an early.
I
Red
mean,
Pill
music
person.
should be ambiguous, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
But no, it's not like drop your pants for
Rothbard
yeah.
got a bunch of Jews coming in to rape you train. So, you know. Right on, boss. Well, is there anything you'd like to plug while we still got you?
No, nothing other than
Go check out your
sh-
podcast.
A boy named Sue.
Boy named Stu. I am at Mr. Stu, and I was wanted to bring up. Oh, you can still donate to Scott Horton. Help out with him writing his book. Matching funds is over, but every bit counts on that. Every once in a while, I guess maybe every other week or like twice a month, I will do the Q&A show podcast feed with him. You join the Reddit group, you can ask Scott all of your burning questions, and he'll just rant and rave about foreign policy and help you learn a lot. And I occasionally take notes on some important tidbits of what we cover, and I will post them in the Reddit group for you, so that way you can copy paste and share that text around. And yeah, man, the
Sweet.
more you know.
Hey, can we get to the Reddit group through? How do we get to the Reddit group?
Oh yeah, so if you just go to Patreon / Scott Horton, you will be able to, if you donate $5 a month, that's how he gives you the keys to the Reddit room. The way you do it, I think, is you choose like the $1 an episode, but really you can like just down it to like $5 a month that way. But that's the option that you will choose, and then you'll make the edits as you best see fit. But it's $5 a minimum.
I mean, so what's it like inside this Reddit group? I'm just envisioning a bunch of people talking about foreign policy.
I mean, you make posts and you share links like per post, or one post is a question, or Pete will share a meme. And
But I mean, is it a very foreign policy centered group, I'm assuming?
I mean, it's that, but then it's also like cops and like drug policy, or yo, Scott, what's that song in the intro, or someone comments, or a question about one of the recent episodes that he put out, or I don't know, it's a bunch of stuff. Announcements.
Okay.
Fun.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I personally find foreign policy the least important thing to actually be involved with, because we're clearly not going to change anything that's going on. So, you know, the only way it's stopping is if we cut off the funding or teach people to stop signing up.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, that's true if you actually want to.
clearly,
change, but
no amount
think-
of hating the war has made it stop in fucking 200 years.
no, I mean, you're definitely right. But the more people know about it is really what matters. It's just educating and changing people's minds. And I know that there's
I
like
agree. I mean, it's a lot of.
information, and you know, every country has its own thing.
We need to get
But-
Scott Horton into the classrooms, is what you're saying.
I mean, he'll go speak at schools.
Like, I already
Education.
know that the war sucks and it's immoral. So,
Well, yeah, I'm not saying you don't, but like, what I'm saying is that I don't know. It's a safe space, for lack of a better word, or it's just a cool area where everyone can come in and ask questions, and we get a lot of new people in as well that will ask questions that I didn't know a few months ago, and I'm able to like guide them in a direction or just fill them in on info. And
what about
can
the
help.
whole like China having a buying interest in it?
oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, China
but-
owns like a bunch of Reddit.
I mean, okay. I mean, we haven't been kicked off yet. So,
Well, I don't imagine you guys would be for that. I'm just, there are certain things that maybe wouldn't get, that might get filtered out. I'm curious. Or maybe they only,
I mean, maybe,
monitor
but
the
they're
public Reddits
it's
like
a
that?
private group that like only certain people have access to. And there's a lot of other subreddits that share a lot of like crazy stuff. I mean, there's a Black and Gold group. There's a, it's fine. I mean, it's a lot
Yeah.
better than Facebook in that, and a lot of shit doesn't get censored.
Okay.
I would imagine
Well, there
don't
you
know.
have it,
I'm
folks.
not
That's why you sign up for Reddit, apparently.
it's better than Facebook. Like, what better advertising is that?
I mean, it depends. To me, it always depends on what you're doing. Nobody is in Scott Horton's
It
group
does.
who doesn't already buy in. So you're certainly not spreading the ideas that way. You know,
Well, I mean,
you have
Like
to be on
you
Facebook to
that
do
come
that.
in
What's that?
and people that are already in kind of like further their knowledge. And I mean, you can tell a friend or family member or something. I mean, I can definitely tell a difference of like people that have been there, and then the posts that will end up being like in the room are just kind of like newcomer questions, like where's a good place to start. And when I got in, there was like just over 100 people, and now it's closer to 200, and that was in like 6 months or so.
Nice.
So
So how is your research coming?
I mean, my research, like I'm not writing a book or anything.
Well, no, I assume that, that was part of your status as a Fed, was coming in and, researching the in-group of these horrible libertarians.
Oh well, I haven't been talked to enough yet to really kind of.
I mean, basically your premise is that we're not a threat. That's what you're writing back to FBI.
Oh, you're a threat. God damn it! I mean, I haven't come up with the plan to get you all in the same room, or be able to take you out.
I thought that was the whole point in Childeberg, was to get us all in the same room. It wasn't successful enough the first time.
No, it was too public.
Just for the
problem. I
record,
need
it's
to-
going to be more public and much larger this year.
Well, I didn't say I was using Childeberg. I'm a smooth operator, Nick, is what you don't get. Okay?
Diamond lights, city nights.
So I need to get to the point where I can just slip something in your drink and you just die, and I can sell your organs after that.
Yeah, but you actually can't do that if you slip something in my drink, because that would actually ruin the organs.
You don't know what kind of resources I have.
There you go.
You don't know how much damage I've been doing to this body to make it useless.
Well, that's why you're not on my list, Nick.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's good then. It's Jacob Lindsay that you're really after. You need tall people organs.
Exactly.
All right, Sue. It has been a fantastic and fun time, and thank you so much for coming on today.
I hope so, man. That song analysis was a bit of a doozy, so God bless anyone that fucking invests time to listen to that. But hey, thanks for having me, man.
Always a
Appreciate-
pleasure.
Go on, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm going to finish waking up.
All right, you do that.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Well, there you go. Another interview in the can.
Yep.
Had a little fun. Apparently, I'm bitchy.
Not bitchy catty.
Okay.
There's a difference.
What's the difference, Liz?
Cats like to toy with their food. Bitchy people are just, bitchy. It's not unplayful. It's just, possibly not enjoyable for the person being toyed with. I don't know.
Look, if I can't smack my guests around, what the hell do you have a podcast for?
Well, we love you, Sue. We're glad you came on the show anyways.
We're very glad Sue came on the show. He's a hell of a guy.
He is a hell of a
Even
guy.
if he's a federal
Check
agent.
out his flipping podcast.
We do need
It is money.
We need to get the Sousa Fed t-shirts.
that would be money also. He's got me using this freaking term.
Oh my God, what is it with you? Like, you're breathing today. Is this how you're going to spend your birthday? Is like just throwing air out of your face?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Where's your pop filter? Why are you not using it?
That's a good question, actually. There.
Jeez.
Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, it's going to help. Look at, I can already see a difference in your waveform.
I don't know what happened there.
You don't pay attention.
I don't. It's true. I don't even know where that was.
Anyways, folks, today, as we're recording this, is Lizzie's birthday. This will come out the day after.
It is.
It'll also come out the day after I release the epic Nikki P and Raylene Lightheart talking about incels
Which
conversation.
was a heck of a conversation. You want to hear this. Let me just tell
You get to find out how terrible a person I truly am,
No.
which I'm sure we all wanted to know.
There's layers in this conversation. And actually, what really shines in this conversation is Raylene Lightheart is like this ethereal goddess of a person. She totally gets so much stuff. You need to listen to
Why
this
don't you two
woman
just
talk.
get a room? I'll videotape.
But no. I really appreciate her viewpoints on a lot of things, and I appreciate your viewpoint on this particular thing. So it was nice to have you guys get together and talk about it.
Because I'm a Nazi, right?
No, actually, that is not the impression I got from this conversation.
Well, that's the
Hopefully-
impression everyone else is going to get. Actually.
That's not the impression that everybody else gets. Hopefully,
Well, I don't know. So, once again, you'd like to help keep the lights on, support SLL.com. For everyone who listens, I would like to thank you. Because some days I really don't want to talk on this microphone. I feel like I should be out trying to help support my family better. And it gets a little difficult. Liz is shaking her head.
I am, which you can't see. But no, I mean we do this because
I want to talk to libertarians about music.
Yeah. We
Although
want
sometimes
that
I think
culture
libertarians
to
don't want to talk
exist,
about music.
And so we're putting that out there. But we do appreciate you guys. And if you have any ideas for the show, anything you'd like to see or you want to suggest, a
Yeah,
guest or
seriously,
something,
get those
please.
engagement numbers up, people.
Yeah, hit us up on Facebook or Nick on Twitter. He'll be catty, but that's what people seem to like to do on Twitter. So, go be catty and
God,
suggest things.
I just want to. I want to get everyone away from Facebook. It's
Yeah,
gonna be such a
yeah.
fucking dumpster fire.
There is that. Yeah. So what's our actual web page if people want to?
Well, support SLL.com will send me money, but if they want to go and just learn stuff, it's sounds like libertypodcast.com.
There you go. If
Or
you don't wanna
sounds
go
like
to the
liberty.com or ancapmusic.com. I own a ton of web URLs, so
Thanks, Tom Woods.
for reals though. Anyways, folks, you go have yourselves a fine day. Stay out of the heat. Help me buy an AC unit. Seriously, folks, though, thanks for listening. You have a good one.